This is episode 51, part 3 of Kenya's premier sports video podcast, the Three Quarters Podcast. As usual, we'd like to remind you to jump onto the hashtag Road to Japan to support the Kenya Simbas as they are still looking to qualify for the Rugby World Cup in 2019 in Japan. I'm Dominique Duffield.
And I'm Gash, your official noisemaker.
No more rugby.
Yeah. So, I was going to say yeah. Then
you're like, wait. Yeah. So Premier League wrap up from week 16.
Yeah.
And the preview of week 17.
Yeah. So just a correction, we'll be doing match day 16. Match day 17 is happening in the course of the week, so we won't focus on it. We'll go straight into match day 18. All right. Just so that our viewers we won't be talking about stories that have happened. Anyway, match day 16, the big teams are Chelsea losing to West Ham 1-0. Tottenham Hotspurs beating Stoke City 5-1. Excellent game. Perfect, I think, a good performance from Tottenham Hotspurs. Southampton drawing with Arsenal 1-1. Last minute header by Olivier Giroud to equalise for Arsenal. Liverpool drawing with Everton 1-1 in the Merseyside derby. And what was perhaps our future game of the week, Manchester United losing to Manchester City 2-1 at Old Trafford. So
these score, I mean that scoreline takes me back to what I asked in episode 50, which was Paul Pogba not being able to play this game, and then they lost. So do you think that goes down to him not playing, or do you think that's just down to other factors?
When I saw the team sheet, it took me back to the discussion we had episode 50 about what Paul Pogba brings to Manchester United. The person who was filling in his position was Andre Herrera. It was going to be tough for them because this was going to be a battle that was going to be won at the midfield. For Manchester City, the person who got them going forward, David Silva and Kevin De Bruyne. United needed that in terms of a mature figure to be able to dictate the midfield when Nemanja Matic packed the bus, for lack of a better word, or just solidifying the midfield. And that didn't happen. Herrera didn't bring that, and also, I mean, it's not due to Manchester United not playing well. It was more of City actually did bring the game to Manchester United. So kudos to Manchester City. Although yes, Paul Pogba's missing was felt. I think also Man City had a very good game.
All right.
Match day 18.
Yes.
So we have Arsenal hosting Newcastle. We have Chelsea hosting Southampton. We have West Brom hosting Manchester United. We have Bournemouth hosting Liverpool. And I think what's going to be our feature game of match day 18 is going to be Manchester City versus Tottenham Hotspurs. This is going to be on Saturday, the 16th of December at 8:30 p.m. I think City are just too strong. These guys are proving they are legit title contenders. They're running away with it. This was, the previous game versus Man United was number 1, number 2. They look to be running away with it, and I think they're just going to be too solid for Tottenham Hotspurs, and they're playing at the Etihad. That's going to be too difficult for Tottenham, so I call Manchester City.
Well, we'll just wait and see.
True.
So the group stages for the Champions League are over, and you've got the draw for round 16.
Round of 16.
Round of 16. So you've got Juventus and versus Tottenham Hotspur. You've got Basel and Manchester City. You've got Porto and Liverpool. And then you've got Sevilla versus Man United. You've got Real Madrid versus PSG. I am not going to say that out. We know PSG. And then you've got Shakhtar Donetsk versus Roma. You've also got Chelsea versus Barcelona and Bayern Munich versus Besiktas.
It's an interesting draw. A couple of games to watch. Off the top of my head, Juventus versus Tottenham is going to be a very interesting game. I mean, Tottenham finishing top of the group.
Do you think for them, I mean, this being the first time for them to get to the knockout phase, do you think they'll be able to make it big? I mean, or prove that they're worth it, basically.
To be honest, let me tell you, there's group football, the pool football, group stages, and then there's knockout. I just think Juventus have it in them to edge out Tottenham. I don't think Tottenham will be able to make it. We have Real Madrid versus PSG, which I think is also going to be a crack of a game.
And with PSG spending over 300 million getting players, how do you...
I mean, Neymar, of course, is the big name that PSG got for 98 million euros. But there's something in this Real Madrid team when it gets to the knockout stages. Don't take away the fact that these guys are the defending champions of the UEFA Champions League. So over the two legs, I think Madrid might nick it. Yep. They'll win, but I would not be shocked if PSG beat Madrid and advance to the quarterfinals. Bayern Munich versus Besiktas. That's more of Bayern Munich. Chelsea-Barcelona should also be a good game.
Yep. Yeah, and it's been a recurrent fixture.
It's been the most entertaining. Been a couple of them. Barcelona making it, I think, in 2009, beating Chelsea in the semi-finals. Andres Iniesta goal. We have when Chelsea won the Champions League in 2012. They drew with Barcelona at home and then beat Barcelona at the Nou Camp. Fernando Torres, the last-minute goal, and Ramirez. So. Yeah, it should be an interesting fixture. I'm actually looking forward to that one.
So we've got the Balon d'Or, which Cristiano Ronaldo won for the 5th time. So him and Messi have both won it for the 5th time. Yes. Since 2008, they're the only 2 players to have won it. And I think, like, my question is, do you think he's now like the greatest player of all time, having won it 5 times and also won the Euros with Portugal?
With Portugal, and actually won the UEFA Champions League with Real Madrid beating Juventus 4-1 in May, and also winning the La Liga in 2017. As you said, this is the 5th time he's won it, equaling Lionel Messi. I still have my reservations as to whether these have been the 2 most dominant players in the last 10 years. Off the top of my head, I can think of 2 years they didn't deserve to win. 2010, Messi did not deserve to win. It was supposed to be won by Wesley Sneijder, in my opinion. He had won the treble with Inter Milan and had taken Netherlands to the World Cup finals. 2013, I don't believe he should have won. It should have been won by Frank Ribéry, who won the treble with Bayern Munich. But they've been the 2 most dominant players, and I think for this specific one, Cristiano Ronaldo did deserve it. As I've said, he won the UEFA Champions League, he won the La Liga, and he's been up there. And to hammer Juventus 4-1 in a final, because I think that's what really edged him above Lionel Messi. I think it was valid. So for 5 Balon d'Ors, 1 at Manchester United, 4 at Real Madrid. Kudos to the guy. He's definitely. He did deserve the 2017 Balon d'Or. That's my thinking.
And who do you think would be coming up as other contenders rather? Who do you think would be coming up to win it?
Messi and Ronaldo are about the same age, span of 30 to 32. The next person I think to take over from them is going to be Neymar. Neymar is already in the thick of things. He finished 3rd in the polling. Lionel Messi finishing 2nd. So I think Neymar is going to be the person to take over the spotlight when these 2 players leave. And I'm hoping the other people can come up, because it's becoming too boring.
You're like, yo.
You just have 2 guys. It's becoming boring. So I think Neymar will be the guy to pick it up.
Okay.
Yeah.
So wow. Moving on to our bonus segment. Where we basically ask, with the holiday season coming up. There's a tendency to see big games, especially in the West, being played on Christmas Day. And obviously you don't see that here. First question is, why do you feel that Kenya should adopt this?
I don't know, because it's a catch-22, because.
Or rather, why do you feel they are yet to adopt it?
It's a number one. It's not fully professional. That's the main reason. When you have it in America, NBA, NFL is fully professional. When you have it in England, they normally play. In America, they play the games actually on Christmas Day. In England, they play the games on Boxing Day, and then they have a game maybe New Year's Eve. But the game is fully professional, or these games are fully professional in these countries, and therefore you'll have the support and you'll have the following, and you'll have guys going there. The reason why I think it hasn't picked up in Kenya is the game is not fully professional. Sport is not really a business in Kenya, and people haven't seen that, and that's why.
I also think, sorry, just to cut you short, the fact that like in the West, sport is more sort of a culture. As in it's inbuilt. It's one of those things that, like for tradition rather. Here, family, or rather Christmas is for family. You tell your family you're not going to be there on Christmas. You're watching a game, and you might just be an outcast for a while.
It's that's actually something else I thought. It's the holiday season is perceived to be family time, but it's the same also in the West. And it's a culture thing, as you say. But we are fast approaching the time where I have age mates who don't know where their shags is. You know, they have nothing to do Christmas. They're normally here Christmas. I know of many people who don't have anything to do over Christmas. So with time, it's not going to be now. With time, I see Kenya heading there. I see us guys getting to a point where we might be having some games during the holiday period. But also, we need to take into account the fact that it's only in England and it's in the US. For example, France, Germany, Spain, all the leagues, they take a break during Christmas. So it's somewhere in between. Yes, we do have America and England and America is Christmas. England, as I'm saying, is Boxing Day and again before New Year's Eve. They also do it a lot during Easter. But first we need to get the game professional, number one. Number two, as you're saying, it needs to be something that's intrinsic in the culture. And then that's when I think we'll see federations now adopting the thing of games being played over the holidays, because if it's professional, it's work. Banks are open.
True. But then also thinking from a TV sort of perspective, a broadcaster perspective, you've got maximum viewership on holidays, on Christmas. I mean,
and the revenue you're going to be generating from advertisements that are going to be playing around that time. But as you're saying, if 90% of the people from Nairobi are going to Shags, it's not to say, guys do have access to DSTV in Shags or whatever it's going to be in Shags, but it's going to be a generational thing. It can be now. Maybe if we study now, it's going to be something that our kids are going to be doing, not just now.
We're not quite there yet.
We're not quite there yet.
Well, I hope I live to see the day.
We all do. We all hope that we get to see that day when we can actually be going for family outings. And if they are going to do it, it has to be tailored to be a family outing.
Well, I've got a question for you guys. If it is Christmas Day and you are playing a sport, will you play, or will you or will you go party? Remember, guys, you can let us know your comments on Facebook by liking our page, by following us on Instagram, and by subscribing to our YouTube channel. I'm Denise Duffield.
And I'm Nash, your official noisemaker.
See you next week for episode 52. Yes.
Next week.
Oh my God.